Hello, my name's Stuart. This is Colo Part 1. Just to tell you a bit about me. Um, I'm 50 years old, live in the High Peak, Derbyshire, and I had cancer, anal skin cancer, in 2023. This is after I've been tested for a long time because I had AIN3 or pre-cancer cells discovered in my anus many moons ago, and I've always been checked out quite regularly at MRI. And one day, after I'd had these tests, I got a phone call from the Christie's in Manchester. Anyone that doesn't know what the Christie's is, it's a specialist cancer hospital. They're up and down the country. I go to the one in Manchester and they're absolutely phenomenal. And it was totally out of the blue. I got can you come and have a scan? And it was like, oh, okay. Try not to worry too much about it. Easier said than done, I suppose. So I went for this scan and I met a lovely doctor called Dr. Allen, who became my oncologist. So she explained that these cancer cells had progressed to, I think, AINs, pre-cancer, skin cancer, anal skin cancer. Like I said, it's pretty rare. But it was one of those things, they'd caught it early, so the plan was to zap it with radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and that was in 2023. I had chemotherapy for 7 weeks and radiotherapy for 7 weeks, which was, it is what it is. It's not the most pleasant experience. It's absolutely fine at the time. I found that pleasant, not easy to deal with. It was the consequences afterwards where the burning and things like that happens. So that was fine. Everything was tickety-boo, as they say, and I went regularly for checkups, examinations, and in 2024, was it 25? 24, it was, I had an examination and Dr. Allen said, that looks a bit dubious. Looks like pre-cancer again, where it shouldn't be, where you've had chemo and radiotherapy. So let's do a biopsy. So I went under for surgery. They did a biopsy, took a big chunk from obviously between my legs, and it came back as cancer again. So this was August of last year, August 2025. So I had to be moved to another specialist team under Professor Reenahan, absolutely fantastic team. And I met with him and he said, okay, Stuart, best case scenario is we get you under every 4 to 5 months and you'll come for surgery, you'll go under, and we will cut away what we can cut away, laser what we can cut away, laser what we can laser, and we'll do that every so often, and things should be fine. Worst case scenario is it's too aggressive and it will be a case of we have to remove your perineum, which if you don't know, obviously Google it. Your perineum is from your anus up into your genitals. Take that part out and you'll have to have a permanent colostomy. Not ideal, but that's one of the options. So December last year, 2025, I went under again and I woke up and it seemed like a very short period of time, which is a strange, I didn't know that. However, Professor Reenahan appeared at my side of my bed in recovery and I thought, this isn't good. And I said to him, I said, it's not good, is it? I said, I know my body. And he said, no, Stuart. He said, it's aggressive. It needs to come out. It's worst case scenario. We have to remove your perineum and you're going to have a permanent colostomy. This was on the 23rd of December, 2025. Ironically, 2 years exactly to the day when Dr. Allen had said to me that it's anal skin cancer. So it is what it is. So I had to get rushed through with MRI scans, CT scans, PET scans, all that. And I went under for a 7-hour operation on the 22nd of January of this year. Totally unprepared because I just didn't have time to think about it. I'm working, I was full time. My work had been absolutely phenomenal. An amazing employer, Pets Corner. I'm not going to deny it. They have bent over backwards for me. They've been phenomenal. Support me all the way throughout this. I can't thank them enough. So I had the operation. So I met the plastic surgeon because obviously they remove your perineum, big chunk, like I say. And the plastic surgeon says, right, we can't just leave that void. We have to remove muscle from the back of your left leg to pack, because of the blood vessels and packing it means you are going to have to be at least 6 weeks, I think they said, lay on your side because you can't apply pressure to what was once your bottom. I've now got what's called a Barbie bum. Don't have a bum. I have a permanent colostomy. So this is what I'm getting to. So that's basically what happened to me. And as of today, this is July 2026. So I've been 6 months. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've hated it. I've hated having a colostomy. It's vile. It does what it wants. It farts when it wants. It shits when it wants. I have no control over it whatsoever. It is vile. It's horrible. I get a stoma nurse who is phenomenal. Nicola, she's beautiful, beautiful person. And everyone has been great, but it's dealing with a colostomy is something else. And I know there's people out there that have ileostomies and other ostomies. It's basically where things have to come out of your body in a different part, so they make a new hole. So it all started, I was in bed, fast asleep, and I won't deny, I toss and turn. I always have been, always have done. And I woke up quite a few times in the night, and it was hanging off. Obviously, there's a seal around it, and it sticks to your skin. It's like a heat. It reacts to heat, so it gets sticky. So it stays on, and to get it off, you have to use a spray and all that malarkey. But anyway, during the night, it stays on, and I don't sleep. I've never have really slept with anything on, pajamas, anything like that. I've never had any. So I woke up a few times in the middle of the night, and it's been hanging off. And it's what's called pancaking. So where the hole is, the poo goes into it, drops down. Well, if you lay down, gravity's not pulling that poo, so it pushes against the seal. Obviously, people with colostomies, you will know what I'm talking about. If you haven't got a colostomy and you're watching this, you've probably clicked off, but you should click off by now if you want to. I'm not telling you what to do. So it pushes against the seal, and it can break the seal, and it can hang off. And I think that's what people refer to as leaking. I think ileostomy people are different. Theirs is a bit more looser. Mine is a bit more firmer in the poo. So a couple of, like I say, so it was like, sometimes I have to wake my husband up, say, can you just help me get out of bed, because I've got one hand holding a colostomy in the other hand, and a dog jumping all over me and trying to get out. So it's one of them things to deal with. So about 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks ago, I was fast asleep. It was 3 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and Iggy, you've probably seen fiddling about, woke me up, licking my face, dad, and she's never ever done that. She's never woke me up in the middle of the night. If she has to go for a wee, which is very rare, I can hear her jump down off the bed, and she'll come and sit and stare at the side of me. So, but this was really unusual. She was licking my face. So I woke up knowing that something was wrong. And instantly I thought, there is definitely something wrong here. I feel wet. And the hand goes down to fill with my colostomy, and it had come off completely. It had pancaked, filled the bag, pushed it off, and like I say, you have no control over this whatsoever. So I'm sorry to say, I'm not sorry to say, it happens. I had continued to soil myself, and it's gross. It was vile. So obviously at 3 o'clock on Sunday morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning, anytime, anything that happens, it just seems worse than it actually is. How it can be worse, I don't know. It was up my chest, it was down my left leg. And it was like, what the hell? It was everywhere. Luckily, I've got a super king size bed, so my husband wasn't caked in it. The dog wasn't caked, it was just me. So I got up, grabbed the colostomy, took that to the bathroom, and I thought, I'm going to have to go and wake my husband up and say, I'm sorry, can you get up and help me change the bed? I've shit the bed. I'm 50 years old. It's not something you want to be doing. Fortunately, I have a very understanding husband who said, right, Stuart, just get in the shower. I'll try and sort the bed out. So he came in the shower. I was getting the shit off me. And he said, the duvet cover I've got off. It's marked but salvageable. And it was my best John Lewis duvet cover. So he took it downstairs. He came in the shower and he said, Stuart, it's all at your back. So I'm showering my back. So I said, right, can you get the bottom sheet off and bring it to me in the bathroom, and I'll get what I can off it. And I sat on the edge of the bath after showering. And I'm not going to lie to you, I fucking cried my eyes out. I thought, I'm 50, I can't be doing with this. I feel like a 6-month-old child. This is awful. I can't be the only person in the world going through this. I can't be. And I thought, I can't go on like this. It's do or die here. And that's horrible to say, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, what are your options? So, I'm very fortunate, as you can see. I have access to a company that has materials and sewing machines and overlockers, and they very kindly said, yes, you can come and have a poke around. I can sew, by the way. I was taught from a young age. I've always done crafting and things like that. So I developed something to wear during the night. So that is where we're up to. This is what Colo is. This is just an introduction for me, what I've been through. And in the next video, I'll tell you all about what I've come up with and what I'm asking of you. I'm doing this because I want to reach out to people, because when I did sit on that bath at 3 o'clock in the morning, I thought, do you know what? If I can do something in this life, I have done a great deal. If I can help one person not go through what I went through, then I think I can die a happy man. I can say I have achieved something in life. I can lay on my deathbed and go, do you know what? I helped one person. And if I can help more, I'm happy. So I know people write comments, and please write comments. I'm not saying don't write comments. People, I've got a TikTok. I started a TikTok. That's another story. And people have said, well, I've never had that problem. So, well, I'm happy for you. That's fantastic. I am so jealous of you for getting through this without having those incidents at night. But I know there are people out there. I know, and this is who I'm speaking to, and I want to reach out to you and say, is this happening to you? If this is happening to you, please reach out to me, because I want to help. I have developed something. I'll show you in the next video, but I just wanted to introduce myself and what I'm up to and where I'm up to and why. So do write in the comments. I'm not asking for likes. I'm not asking for retweets or shares or anything like that, because I'm not here to be surrounded by awards from YouTube or TikTok. I really couldn't care less. I'm not aspirational to be a millionaire. In fact, if anything, don't want to go down the political line. I'm a staunch socialist. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not here for the fame and the glory. I don't want to be surrounded by awards and money and nice cars, and I just want a car to get me from A to B. I just want to make other people's lives a bit more comfortable, and not wake up in the morning covered in shit, and just going to bed, going to sleep, and not have to worry about your colostomy, your ileostomy, your inostomy, any of your ostomies. You should just go to sleep and know that you're safe. And I think I've developed something like that. So I'll stop waffling. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching me to the end if you have. And I shall post the next video. Cheers, guys. Bless you. Thank you.